The Galactic Council chambers fell silent as the human ambassador finished speaking. 500 representatives from across known space stared in disbelief. Some consulted their translation devices, certain there must be an error. Admiral Kroll of the Tarsian Empire stood, his gray scales gleaming under the chamber lights. Ambassador Davis to confirm. Earth is sending a single warship to confront the Vorn invasion fleet, one ship against 300. Ambassador Davis nodded calmly. That is correct, Admiral. Murmurs swept through the chamber. The Vorn had consumed 12 worlds in 6 months. Their hive ships devoured everything in their path. Resources, technology, life itself. Every race that stood against them had fallen. This is suicide, hissed Representative Lorne of the Pellerin Republic, or worse, abandonment of your sworn duties to the Galactic Alliance. Davis smiled thinly. I assure you, we take our responsibilities seriously. 3 days later, representatives from 17 species crowded the observation deck of Starbase Epsilon, the lone human vessel the UES deterrent, hung against the backdrop of stars. It was large by human standards, nearly 2 kilometers in length, but nothing special compared to the massive dreadnoughts of older species. I expected something more, said General Toll, mandibles clicking in disappointment. Captain Martin Miller stood on the bridge of the deterrent, watching his crew perform final checks. He had commanded the vessel for 8 years, but today felt different. Today, they carried the hopes of billions. All systems green, Captain, reported his first officer, Commander Annabelle. Miller nodded. Commence final protocol authorization. Across the ship, officers placed their palms on biometric scanners, speaking unique code phrases. Deep within the vessel, something awakened. Protocol threshold authorized, announced the ship's AI. Quantum envelope primed. The deterrent's engines flared to life, and it vanished into faster-than-light travel. At the edge of the Procyon system, the Vorn fleet had already begun its approach. Their biomechanical ships moved in perfect unison, like a swarm of insects with a single mind. The deterrent emerged from FTL directly in their path. Vorn fleet on visual, reported the tactical officer Tom West. Open a channel on all frequencies, ordered Miller. The communication screen remained dark, but sensors confirmed reception. This is Captain Miller of Earth Vessel Deterrent. You have violated Galactic Council territory and committed genocide. Withdraw immediately or be destroyed. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, the Vorn ships accelerated, weapons charging. They're not impressed, said Commander Bell. Miller settled into his chair, nor did we expect them to be. Activate threshold protocol. The ship's lights dimmed momentarily. Throughout the vessel, quantum engines that had remained dormant since its construction came online. The hull began to shimmer with a faint blue light. Sir, the Vorn have launched projectiles, reported West. Impact in 15 seconds. Miller's expression remained calm. Initiate Phase 1. The space around the deterrent folded. There was no other word for it. The projectiles disappeared into what appeared to be microscopic black holes that formed and collapsed in milliseconds. Phase 1 successful, reported the science officer, Dr. James Reed, dimensional pocket stable. On the Galactic Council observation deck, stunned silence gave way to confused chatter. What are we seeing? Demanded Admiral Kroll. The Pellerin scientist adjusted her instruments. The human vessel is creating localized ruptures in spacetime. The weapons are being redirected somewhere else. The first wave of Vorn ships surrounded the deterrent, energy weapons blazing. The attack simply vanished around the human vessel. Phase 2, ordered Miller. The blue shimmer intensified. The deterrent seemed to be in multiple places simultaneously, overlapping images of itself, each slightly out of phase with the others. Quantum superposition established, reported Reed. We exist in multiple dimensional states simultaneously. Redirect power to the central array, said Miller. At the heart of the deterrent, technologies developed in secret for decades activated. The ship had never been just a warship. It was a vessel designed to manipulate the fundamental forces of reality itself. The Vorn ships suddenly stopped, as if confused by what their sensors told them. Phase 3, said Miller quietly. A sphere of distorted space expanded from the deterrent. Where it touched Vorn ships, they simply ceased to exist. Not destroyed, erased, as if they had never been there at all. In the Council observation deck, representatives watched in stunned silence. "They're not destroying the ships," whispered the Pellerin scientist. "They're removing them from our timeline entirely." Within minutes, the entire Vorn fleet was gone. The deterrent hung alone in space, the blue shimmer fading as its systems powered down. When Captain Miller addressed the Galactic Council the following day, the chamber was utterly silent. The Threshold Protocol represents humanity's understanding that conventional warfare is obsolete, he explained. "We don't build fleets because we don't need them. One ship with our dimensional technology is sufficient." "Why did you not share this technology?" demanded Representative Lorne. Ambassador Davis stepped forward. "Would you have shared it? Technology that can remove objects, or even civilizations, from existence itself." The silence was answer enough. "Humanity stands with the Galactic Alliance," Davis continued, "but we understand power must be balanced with restraint. We deployed one ship not out of arrogance, but responsibility." As the council session ended, Admiral Kroll approached Davis privately. "Your people have godlike power," he said quietly. "Yet you live simply on your one world, rarely venturing outward. I never understood why until today." Davis nodded. "Sometimes the most powerful statement is showing what you could do, but choosing not to." The UES deterrent returned to Earth, its mission complete. Humanity continued its quiet existence, while the galaxy looked upon them with new understanding. They needed just one ship because, in truth, even that was more than they wanted to use.